Maybe you're not tired because you're doing too much. Maybe you're tired because you're not doing enough of what you love. Let's have a breakthrough bash and spin that wheel. Hey there, career explorers, dream chasers, and those who aren't even sure what path you're on at the moment. You have stumbled into the right place because we are throwing you a breakthrough bash. That's right. We're going to have some breakthroughs today. I'm Susie, this is Nicola, and you're tuning in to Beyond the Stamp, signed and sealed for your success. And today we're diving into the thrilling but sometimes terrifying journey of finding your next career or side hustle.
One of the many things that I love about our community is it's so diverse. So many people of different ages, walks of life, and this topic really speaks to me. And besides the fact that we have people from all over the nation, it really is an amazing community.
It is, and you know, at a conference last year, I was talking to people who had just retired, and they were trying to figure out what to do on the side for fulfillment, and talking to college kids that are like trying to find a way to make extra money. Or maybe you're right out of high school and you're actually wanting to just dive right into the workforce. And then we've got the moms or dads who are trying to juggle, you know, the kids during the day, but find a way to make money in the evenings or on the weekends. And then people who are just frustrated with where they are right now, and they just want to find something new that inspires them.
I think it's really important to take a moment, though, and celebrate where you are right now.
Yes, I mean, honestly, no matter where you are, you're watching, you're listening in, and you're wanting to find change, and you're curious. And so take a moment to celebrate the fact that you're getting ready to embark on a crazy new adventure. And that's exciting.
Very exciting.
And stick around, because the conversations we'll be having over the next several episodes will focus on changing your mindset, overcoming self-doubt, and literally transforming your outlook for success. All right, so Nicola, you and I worked together for over 20 years. I think we started when we were in kindergarten.
Absolutely.
For sure. But no, we've watched how work has evolved. It isn't what it was back in the old 1900s.
Not the 1900s.
Back in the 1900s.
It's so scary but true. Yeah, I mean, people, they, started one job and that was their career, and they retired from it. They got their pension, their watch, whatever it was. It really isn't, the options that there were today.
There were all these conventional jobs, and most of them fit into this 9 to 5 kind of picture frame, right?
Right.
Now, it's not anymore. I think post-pandemic has really shifted the way that we look at work, and not only the pandemic, but also how technology has changed the way we work and our efficiencies. How we communicate and collaborate has changed. And a lot of us are seeking to find more remote work, ways to work from home, or just to not be checking into an office 9 to 5. We want freedom from the 9 to 5.
What's that expression, like, if you love what you're doing, you never work a day in your life?
Yes, and a similar quote that I saw the other day by Alex Den Heyer, I'm probably messing up his name, and I'm going to be paraphrasing, but it's basically the idea that maybe you're not tired from doing too much. Maybe you're tired because you're not doing enough of what you love. And I felt that deep in my core. In fact, it really lit me up to want to find ways to do more things that I love, not just within my work, but even outside of work.
With that in mind, there are quite a few side hustles that came up as the top things to do for 2025. So since this is a celebration, let's make it a little fun.
Let's have a little fun.
Spin the wheel of adventure, if you will, and we'll talk about them one at a time.
Yes, I mean, and a lot of these, you don't have to have any special background or training. We really wanted to search for things that people could do right out of the gate with a very low cost startup. And so this will be fun. We'll just kind of randomize, spin that wheel, and randomly find some things to talk about here. Oh, and there are a couple of slots that just say cheers, and that's when we just celebrate. Okay. Woo! Okay.
All right, I hope you hit one of those.
Let's go!
Okay.
Okay, the first one is tutor or workshop host. And that could be either like in person or online virtual type of tutoring, workshop hosting, and you know about that kind of stuff because that's a little bit of what we do around here.
Absolutely. We look for speakers all the time. So being an expert in something and talking about what you love, what easier way to get into it by looking and being an expert of something already and then speaking to it.
All right, let's spin it again.
Okay,
Spin it
here we
again. Our little Vanna White over here. Okay. Home beautification.
Well, I can't speak to this because my home is not beautified, but I would love whoever decides this is going to be their side hustle to call me.
I mean, honestly, it came up house cleaning and organizing, but I like the term home beautification a little bit more because I really do feel like it is a talent.
Absolutely.
It's so a talent. And what's funny is I could probably walk into my friend's house and say, oh, honey, let's organize this place. And I could figure out how to, but for my own house, forget about it. So to bring someone in professionally who can really make the place that you spend most of your time be exactly the kind of dream place you want it to be, the kind of space that is welcoming and warm, I mean, that really is a talent. So if that's your talent, home beautification might be a great way, a great startup business for you. Okay, let's spin the wheel again. Let's see what else is out there. Pet care.
Like dog walking?
Dog walking, pet sitting.
Oh, I know a few
dog
people.
grooming.
I've gotten a lot of solicitations for people asking if you need dog walkers lately. So I think that's really a big thing.
It is huge.
Honestly, the theme that I see emerging here is people that want to pay for convenience.
Yep.
And I'm that person. Yep. I don't want to do anything. So come offer me everything that makes me not have to do it. I'll pay for it.
Right. It is. It's a matter of convenience. But also need because, during the pandemic, everybody got a dog. People now can't care for that dog because they've had to go back into the office, back to work. And then, of course, there's the mobile dog grooming or mobile pet grooming trucks that I see pull up. That's kind of fun.
Absolutely. But I know there's some licensing involved.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For the grooming, but they need assistance, and I don't think that you have to have it for that. So that's interesting.
Something to think about if you love animals.
And walking.
And walking, yes, great exercise, good workout. All right, roll it. Yes, this is my favorite one. Of course, it's our favorite. We're the National Notary Association, so we had to throw this one in here, but not just because we love it, but because it really is an incredible opportunity. It could be an opportunity for a college kid who needs to make some extra money on the side, and so they're going to do mobile notary work in the evenings or on the weekends. And here's the thing, there's a level of professionalism when doing mobile notary work. You got to dress up, you got to show up, and you're dabbling into so many different industries that you're learning about as you go. As a mobile notary, I've learned so much more about healthcare documents, real estate documents. Take it from here.
Well, I mean, there's the education system because documents for schools have to be notarized. You have the travel industry because those have to be notarized. Literally, notaries touch every industry because of the authentication process of any time someone needs to prove the actual person is signing the document, they're going to ask for that notarization. So never mind immigration, never mind healthcare, real estate, anything legal.
Adoption documents.
Oh, adoption, and if you're willing, going into prisons to help notarize for inmates, there's a huge call for that because there's not a lot of people that necessarily want to take that. So if that's something that doesn't, throw you askew, it's definitely, the way to go.
I mean, and then there's trust documents, and that's becoming even a more widespread need as we have a lot of baby boomers who are trying to get their affairs in order.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, the possibilities are endless. And not only that, but because you're a notary, okay, let's just go back to the idea of what the definition of a notary is, and that is someone with integrity who, in most states, has had some kind of background screening and has been vetted, if you will. And someone who is able to be the witness in a transactional situation, identify signers, and be trusted to ensure that these things are all legit. So a notary, also is called upon, even if something doesn't need a notarization, such as for something like field inspection or live scan fingerprinting, apostille work. Like there's so many opportunities if you are interested in becoming a notary.
But it goes back to the convenience thing. So the thing about mobile notary, because you'll hear the people that say, well, I can just go to the bank and get something notarized. But that's not really a reality anymore, because most of the banks only want to notarize documents for bank business. So being that you are a mobile notary, you're going to go to the customer and travel to them. And that's, again, a service where the convenience is you going to them, and that's what people are paying for. So once you master how to do that, it's word of mouth. So you do a good job, they want to use you over and over and over again. The potential here is huge.
Absolutely. I mean, I think about someone who is like now retired, and maybe they were in an industry where they are already very aware of how transactions happen within that industry. They could easily find connections to be able to support notarizations in that industry. Like I said, college kids who want to be able to tap into different industries and learn about commerce and how it all kind of looks and works from the back. And then there are people who are trying to start a family, but they also need to make extra money. And there's so much opportunity there to do it part-time if you want, but then build it up to full-time once your kids are grown and out of the house. Now you've got this established opportunity. You're trusted. You're an expert. It's just a win-win.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. All right.
Next one?
Yep. Oh, cheers! We get to actually celebrate. Cheers to you and your breakthrough.
Eyeballs.
Eyeballs. Cheers to your breakthrough. It's bad luck for 7 years if you don't actually look someone in the eye. Did you know that?
Yes, I'm the one that told you!
Okay, let's keep going here. All right.
No more cheersing.
No, it's distracting. Oh, printables online. So what that means is like, get a Canva account or, something like custom ink where you can actually make your own design for a t-shirt or a mug or a cell phone case, and then have those made and then resell them online.
And even, I know recently I was looking for the opportunity to, especially with, holidays and stuff like that, or birthdays, to actually take a custom image and find someone who would do that for me. So I could just upload it and they do all the work.
Right, right.
It was so hard to find. So the need is there.
Yes, and then there's also the people that just want to be creative and express themselves and make their own shirts that other people could relate to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's see what else is out there. Okay, virtual assistant.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got the organizational skills, the technical skills, gotta obviously have a computer and the software that you need, but sometimes people will even hook you up with that for a type of opportunity like that.
Well, and it's nice to do it from the comfort of your home because there's so much technology now where you can communicate. And with meetings online, it would make it really easy and just get the tasks done kind of in your own time. So I feel like you could set your own schedule with that too, which is ideal.
Yeah.
Lots of flexibility there.
All right, next, spin it. And then another win on the list is social media support. So it could be content creation or being one who responds to the comments after something's been posted, scheduling posts, all of that good stuff.
Right. I mean, let's be honest, there's a lot of the older generation, even older than us, who have no social media prowess whatever. So if you are a younger person, that is a skill you can offer for somebody if you know how to navigate all the social media channels to even help somebody who has a business that wants to use social media for advertising, has no clue about how to do it. They need that service.
And you're already on there scrolling anyway. You might as well make some money.
Absolutely.
All right.
There's a lot of opportunities here, but of course I am completely biased with the notary option, but it may not be right for you. And maybe you're thinking of something completely different. So how do you know what will be right for you?
Well, Nicola, I'm so glad you asked. I want to introduce you to a concept called Ikigai.
Sounds like every one of my exes.
I knew you were going to say that. Not Ikigai.
Okay.
Ikigai, which is a Japanese term that actually means life's purpose.
Oh, that's nice.
Right? So let me explain. Imagine 4 overlapping circles. Right?
Okay.
4 overlapping circles. You can see them on the screen now if you're watching. What you love to do, what you're good at, what the world needs, and how you can get paid for it all. And where these circles intersect, that's your Ikigai. That's your sweet spot for career fulfillment.
So I'm going to give you all an assignment. Is that okay?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so my Ikigai is obviously training and education. So here's what I want you to do. Grab a piece of paper and draw those 4 Ikigai circles. In each circle, you're going to jot down your ideas. No one is too wild or small. And look for patterns of where those circles overlap. You can share those discoveries with a friend.
And remember, this isn't about finding the perfect answer overnight. It's about starting a conversation with yourself and opening doors to possibilities you might not have even considered before. I mean, we all get stuck occasionally. And so this is just a great opportunity not only to find maybe a side hustle, but to find fulfillment in other ways. In fact, you know, maybe you're not needing a side hustle. Maybe this isn't about making more money. Maybe you need a side helpful where you're just finding more purpose. Your Ikigai is all about finding an intersection of your passions, your skills, and maybe even the market demand, and that's where the magic happens. You got to know what your personality is and what your tendencies are, and a lot of that has to do with getting out an old-fashioned piece of paper and a pen and writing stuff down. Honestly, like journaling, writing things down. If you're on your computer typing, there's not the same physical to mental to spiritual transaction that happens as when you're writing on paper. And so let's go old-fashioned and do some homework, do some contemplation. And then next episode, we're going to be talking about overcoming the fears and getting into the right kind of mindset to take ownership of whatever that commitment is.
Okay, so that was great, but that was super deep. I think I need a drink. So.
I know, we're supposed to be having a party here.
It's a party.
So cheers to side hustles, to wheel spinning, to celebrating wherever you are, and to the Ikigais.
They need love
and
too.
And to you. So as we wrap up today's Breakthrough Bash, remember this. Your next career adventure is uniquely yours. It's not a race. There's no one right path. And you're exactly where you need to be right now, gathering experiences and insights that will shape your next move. So celebrate each step of the way and join us as we take this conversation to the next level in the next weeks. We're going to be working together to overcome fear, shift our mindsets, and take action toward our dreams. Don't miss the rest of our journey together. We'll see you next time on Beyond the Stand.